with my high starched collar and my high top shoes and my hair piled high upon my head. I went to lose a jolly hour on the trolley and lost my heart instead. With his light brown derby and his bright green tie.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of the Debby Campbell Goodtime Show. Today's guest, her father was very famous, and in fact her dad and my dad were friends, and they actually did each other's shows. So I want to bring to the show today Dean Martin's daughter, Deana Martin. Hi Deana, welcome to the show, yay!
Hey, thank you. This is great.
I know, it's so much fun. So you were born in New York?
I was born in New York. Yes, Park and 61st.
And was your dad born in New York, or did he?
No, he was born in Steubenville, Ohio.
Oh wow!
Oh,
okay.
Yes. Back in 1913, my grandfather came over to Ellis Island from Montalcino, Italy, and ended up in Steubenville, Ohio. Dad was born there.
It's so funny when people come over, where they end up, like a lot of the Scandinavian people end up in Minnesota,
Right,
They
exactly.
just end up in all these different areas. So now you moved to California, like when you were a baby,
Yes,
right?
absolutely. And in fact, my dad and Jerry Lewis were performing at Slapsy Maxie's in Los Angeles the night I was born in New York.
Wow.
And so that's why I met the both of them about the same time when they came back to New York. And so that was, Uncle Jerry. But it was, I think they were doing My Friend Irma Goes West. And so we all moved out west to, Bel Air and Beverly Hills. And
Right.
that's when
Now, your mom too, obviously. And then how long were your mom and dad married?
All right. Well, now my mom, Betty, Elizabeth Donald, right? She's the first. They were married for 10 years.
Okay.
And then Dad met Jeannie, and then that was it. It was just love at first sight.
Right.
And they were married 23 years.
Okay.
And then he married Kathy, and she's a fabulous lady, and we adopted her daughter. So now Dad had 8 kids.
Right.
7. So it's all confusing. It's just American. It goes all over the world, and all families are just the same. It seems we all go through good times, bad times.
Exactly. I know. I'm the oldest, and mom. Both parents married 4 times, so I know. Lots of intertwined.
That's right, and we're
lots
here.
of personalities.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh! So those Christmas dinners and Thanksgivings and the things pretty amazing.
All right. So now you lived with your mom, but then eventually, did you end up living with your dad?
Yes, we went back. I think I was 9 when I went back to the big house, 601 Mountain Drive. And in fact, I don't even know if you can see this, but let me show you a picture. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let me see.
We can see it.
Because it's so cute that we all, we're all living. Oh, actually, no, you may not be able to see it. See, there's Craig, Floody, Dale, Dina, Dino, Ricky, Gina, and then the little dog.
Wow.
Pierre, right over here. So this is all in front of 601 Mountain Drive. And that's
okay. Now, do you still have that house?
No, they sold it after. Dad sold it, and then then Jeannie, my mom stayed in it, and then she sold it. It was just too big.
Right.
And now you wouldn't even recognize it. They go in there and they tear down the houses and they make these huge palaces. And
exactly.
Can't even recognize it.
And then you got to clean those things.
I know.
Or hire somebody. Exactly.
Somebody, yeah.
So I bet you had some really great memories. I mean, oh my gosh. The Rat Pack. I mean, come on.
Oh, I mean, forget about it. We go downstairs and there's Uncle Sammy Davis Jr., Uncle Frank Sinatra. Maybe Sammy Kahn would be playing time after time on the piano or writing parodies for them for the Rat Pack. And
that just had to be. I mean, were you aware of it? Were you aware of it? You know what I mean? When we're kids, our parents are doing their things, but were you like?
Well, I knew. because we went to Beverly Hills Catholic School, and a lot of the kids in Beverly Hills Catholic School, their parents were like Desi Arnaz Jr., Lucy,
Right.
Anita Montalban, who was Ricardo Montalban's daughter,
Right.
Tony
Wow.
Thomas, who was Danny Thomas's, son. So we all kind of grew up in the same, with our parents all being very
In the same business.
the same business.
Right.
And so, and they were just all friends and pals, and everybody was really nice to us, of course.
Right. Of course. Yes.
But I think it was when I went to see Rio Bravo, Dad, Ricky Nelson, and John Wayne, and I'm in Westwood. They're sitting there at the Bruin Theater, and I see the names up there, and it says, John Wayne, Dean Martin, and it's spelled like mine. It's just Dean with an A, and all these people were in line. Oh, we can't wait to see Dean Martin. We can't wait to see the movie.
Right.
Long lines around the block, and I think that's when it finally just hit me. Wow, this is
right.
Amazing.
Yes. And so I read that your uncles, Uncle Sammy and Uncle Frank, they kind of encouraged you into the business, performing.
In fact, Uncle Sammy taught me how to dance. That was incredible. We were almost around the same size.
Right.
And, it was so funny. They were doing what they did. They were campaigning for JFK, and they changed their name from the Rat Pack to the Jack Pack, and they would go and raise money for them. And the tuxedos were sent to our house one day because they all wore tuxedos made by Guy DeVore, the tailor to the stars or whatever. So they arrived at our house because they were going to the convention that night. And I had the large one, so I put them all into the powder room right after the large one for my dad, a medium-sized one for Uncle Frank, and then this little one for Uncle Sammy. I had to try it on. So I put it on, fit great, and I danced around the house, singing Mr. Bojangles or something. And I thought right then, what would it be like to be on stage with Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, and Sammy Davis Jr.? And I kept that thought in my mind, and dreams do come true.
Yes.
Dream big. And so I did. And of course, I told Uncle Sammy I was wearing his tuxedo. He said, "That's great. That's
fine."
Yeah, but Frank Sinatra taught me about phrasing and about living with a song,
right.
and that as you mature through your life, the song will have different meanings to you. And so it was really, he was great about that. And I remember we were doing the Dean Martin and the Martin and Sinatra Christmas show. It was for the Dean Martin Christmas show, and all the kids were on it. And I remember I was going to sing a song with Uncle Frank and Tina and my dad. And I said to Frank, how do you sing? How do you get that great tone? How do you do it? He said, it's all about the air, Deana. I take in a big breath, I push from the diaphragm, and I can tell even before a note comes out if I'm going to be on pitch or not. I said, really? Does my dad do that? He says, no, your father has no idea what he's doing. He just does. He's just a natural. And that's true, my dad was a natural. Right. I remember asking him if I could have singing lessons, and he said, why? You want to sound like everybody else in the choir? Well, I'd like to learn something. I think for him, it was so natural and perfect for him that he just probably couldn't understand that everybody can't sing. So,
right.
No, but he taught me out. And, so I had the best people, the best trainers.
The best teachers, absolutely.
Best teachers ever.
So how old were you when you went to school in England?
In England, I was 17, 18. Okay. Yes.
And how long were you over there?
Just a year. It was scary being over there all by myself. But meeting, the canned heat and all the rock and roll people there, and it was just a fun time, and I learned a lot because the college was Darlington College of Arts.
Right.
So it was all people who were in the music business, and they were all musicians, or they were filmmakers, or they were dancers and artists, and so it was really nurturing to be there. But I missed home.
Yes, of course.
I did an English accent, So
you did?
Yes. I said, "Hello, Father." I said, "I'm going to take a bath." It was cute.
I was actually over there when I was 17 too. I graduated from high school in England. Yeah.
Oh, what school? Where in England?
It was Suffolk. It was in Suffolk. My stepdad was in the military, so they were stationed there, and so I was over there. So I finished my 2 years there, graduated. Then they still had 2 years left, so that's when I moved to LA to live with Dad in the big house on the hill over there. You know,
Yeah.
it was really But so when you were in England, is that when you started your acting, like doing the stage?
Yes, because that was. It was so amazing to be in England and the theater, and so I was able to, play Ophelia, and so really it was. I learned from the very best there also, and learning about Shakespeare, learning about all of that, being in a castle. It was an old castle. Yeah,
all the history, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All the, just being there, and then going to High Street and Low Street, and going into the pubs. Because when you're 17, 18, you can drink there.
Right.
I didn't know drinking, and someone said, well, you can go down there and get a beer, and it was just like awful. It was this thick, awful stuff. And I said, well,
right, lager.
Lager. And it was like, oh my gosh! But it was a cultural heaven for me. It was really a lot of fun. I learned quite a bit there. Then came back and was in theater and doing movies. But my first recording was with your dad. He played the guitar on When He Remembers Me and Girl of the Month Club.
Well, I read that you were in the wrecking crew backed you.
Yeah, they did.
Oh my gosh! I mean, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so amazing.
I'm going Al Blaine, and so I mean, it was really quite something.
Right, but now before that, you really started. Your big break was when you started the national touring of Neil Simon's "The Star Spangled Girl."
Yes, Star Spangled Girl with
George Hamilton. Oh my gosh!
And that was the first play he'd ever done. He had never been on stage, and so we helped him a lot. But he was great. I already had a lot of education on that.
So you had more experience than he did.
I did, but I didn't have the tan he had. But he was so cool. He was really a good guy. And Jimmy Boyd, of course.
Right, yeah.
Santa Claus, he was great. And so we toured all over with Neil. And actually, Neil Simon's brother, Danny Simon, was the director.
Oh, okay.
So all the lines were just perfect. What a funny play and movies. And it was great for me.
I mean, you have done so much. Oh my gosh! And then you went on and you did a motion picture with Robert Mitchum and Angie Dickinson. Are you kidding me? Oh my God!
I know, so much fun. And David Carradine and Bobby Walker Jr. and John Carradine, I think, was in that too.
Oh my God! So that was young Billy Young.
Young Billy Young.
Yeah.
Yes, and
then you just continued on with George Montgomery, and you did Strangers at Sunrise and A Voice in the Night with Vito Scott. Is it Scotty or Scotty? Scotty.
Vito Scotty.
Is it?
Okay. Vito Scotty. He was on the Flying Nun.
Oh, okay.
He was
I remember that show. Yeah. I only remember her in it. I don't remember any of the others.
I only remember him because I did the movie.
Right, exactly. That's funny. And then you also signed your first recording contract.
Yes, I
Now, was that Frank's, was that his label, your Uncle Frank?
Actually, the one before that, the one that I recorded When He Remembers Me and Girl of the Month Club, the country songs, that was on Reprise. But before I had a contract with Columbia. I didn't really do anything with it. So it was on Reprise, and Lee Hazelwood was the
right,
and Jimmy Bowen.
Right. The reason I asked is because I interviewed Bobby Rydell.
Oh, I love him.
And he was also signed on Reprise.
Yes.
And Frank talked him into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Bobby Rydell was just quite something.
Oh, what a sweetheart. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed interviewing him. It was so fun. Yeah.
Well, you're a really good interviewer. You've done your homework.
Well, I mean, it's hard you have to look at the computer but you want to make sure you have, you can't keep all this stuff in there. But when you're researching, things stay, like the Reprise, I remembered, it just, it all ties in and everything. Yeah. So then, you had a hit, Girl of the Month Club. That was with Reprise, right?
That was with Reprise, and they sent me right to Nashville to do Music City, USA.
Right.
I'll never forget, because this was my first time. I'm trying to think who was the band, who the guy. But he said to the musicians, he said, "Find your C and follow me." What? They didn't even have the music. Of course, they have numbers, in Nashville.
Right.
When he just said, "Find your C and follow me," and they started playing, and it was just great. It was I just love Nashville.
And then you had more songs. You had When He Remembers Me, Baby I See You, and The Bottom of My Mind.
Oh my God. Very psychedelic, The Bottom of My Mind. And it's funny. I mean, it was all of that time.
Is that when the Wrecking Crew played on those too?
Yeah.
No.
Well, did they play on those last two? No, I think they were more in the. Well, you know what? I think the Wrecking Crew played on every song that was ever recorded anytime, anywhere. And, they were the group. So they were probably there. I don't think your dad was with him then. He was already becoming.
Oh, he left?
Yeah. I think he did.
Not by choice, I'm sure.
I interviewed Hal Blaine last year. I went
okay.
And then he passed away after
right.
that. And the boy he was quite something.
Yes. I met him a couple of times. In fact, I met him with Denny. Denny came through. They were doing the movie, the documentary.
Yeah.
And they came through, and that was a couple of years ago. I can't remember exactly when. But anyway, so in 2006, you did an album and you released some of your dad's music.
Yes, I did. After he passed away, which was on Christmas, 1995. I started going back because he was just my dad. He had a great voice. He had a big TV show, and
right. I know.
Buddy, right, knocked the Beatles out of first place, and I missed him so much. I started listening to his music, playing his album, and I thought, gosh, this is really good. Because after the country, then I went and I had a rock and roll band. Chromium played with Streamline Baby and playing the Whiskey the Go-Go and things. But then after Dad passed away, I started listening to the music. I thought, this is really good. I should probably record these songs.
Right.
So that was on my Memories Are Made of This album.
Right, and I read that you recorded also one of your mom wrote one of those.
Yes, For Your Love.
Yes. Wow. So did she write a lot of songs?
No, I only remember she wrote a couple.
Yeah.
But For Your Love was a huge hit, and when I went, for your love, I would do anything. I would do anything. For your love. And when I went to record it, because I knew she had recorded it, I knew she had written it, and it was a hit, I think in '58, and Ed Townsend was the one who sang it. And then when I went to record it, it says Ed Townsend, didn't say Betty Martin, didn't say her name. So we called Ed, and I said, why didn't you put my mom's name? I guess in those days, if you were the recording artist, you could put your name on songs.
Right.
Without even really writing it. And, my mom didn't know. But I was there, when my aunt pulled out the sheet music and said, your mom wrote this in Kentucky. And, For Your Love was the whole thing. So For Your Love is so beautiful. And it's really hard for me to sing it because it just goes right into my heart. And,
right.
For Your Love, I do anything.
Right.
For Your Kiss, I go anywhere. So it was really amazing. And she was an amazing woman.
Yes.
I think about everything she did with us. But there she was left with 4 kids, and she would take us to Tijuana to go fishing, and the Rosarita Beach, ride horses on the beach. She would take us bowling. She would take us all, to bullfights. She would take us everywhere. Take us to boxing matches. Just her, just taking her kids and doing that. So we were exposed to everything. I'm a great bowler now.
A bowler now?
A bowler now.
I love bowling.
I love bowling. It's so much fun. It really is.
Yes, I know.
And I'm really good at it. But the thing is...
What's your average?
Oh, wow. Now it all depends on where I am. Because if we're up in Pioneer Town, up, above Yucca, whatever it is, there's a bowling alley there. And there's 4 lanes. and the center one has like a groove going down the center. So you cannot, if you get it right there, to strike every single time.
Really?
What's your average thing?
I used to be a 189.
Oh, really? Oh, no.
And when I lived in Branson, Deana, we would do bowling. The theaters would get together after the shows, and we'd go to the bowling alley and try to have bowl-offs,
Oh,
and so I'm like, this is going to be great because I love to bowl so much. I've done it so much. I'm going to kick everybody's butt,
Yeah.
Let me tell you what, Charlie Pride's wife came in there and clicked, she just cleaned up. It was so much fun. It was so much fun.
I just remember, it's so much fun to do that. We have to go do that again.
Yeah, definitely. When I come to Branson, maybe we can go when I come, and we'll all go out there and just have a bowling.
That would be fun. That would be great.
Get Dick and Dee Dee and everybody and just go have a blast.
We'll do that. And then I wonder if Don will go.
Well, he probably would go, but I don't know if he'll bowl.
I don't know if we pick up the ball. Oh my God. Yeah.
I still have his. Gene was always having little, when they had the neighborhood thrift or what is it? Not thrifting. You know what I mean? Garage sales.
Yes.
The neighborhood one.
Yeah.
Well, Don had the old Atlas. The road Atlas of when he was managing Ray Stevens, and they were using that going from town to town. I have it, and it's.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
To have that.
Yeah,
oh
I know.
Gosh.
I know, it's pretty funny.
He is so funny and so sharp.
Yes.
And I know it's really hard for him right now because they all, my husband and and Dick and everybody, they go out to play cards on Monday and Thursday nights. And now they haven't been able to do it. And that was really what he, Don would just go. He really can't hear well or see well, but he would always beat everybody.
I know, and I would tell him, I'm like, are they letting you win, Don? How are you, how are you just smoking all those guys when you can't see?
You have the big cards.
Oh, he's so cute. I just love them so much. I love Jeannie so much, too.
Yeah, she's fabulous. And
yes, she is.
He looks great.
Yes.
Right there. I remember
it's been a couple of years since I've been back. I got to get back there, definitely.
Got to get back. I remember one night we went to the Andy's restaurant. We were going to go see Andy's show.
Right.
We're at the restaurant. And we're sitting there, and he looked just like Andy. So people were coming by going, Andy, why aren't you, getting ready for your show? We're going to go over there. And so Don would say, tonight I'm going to let my brother do the show.
Did you ever come and see it when Dad and Andy did it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, Deana, oh my gosh. Yeah, it was amazing. And I still, to this day, I want a recording, and I haven't been able to get one of one of the shows with Andy and Dad singing, doing all the old.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just amazing. So, Deana, tell me about the duet you did with Jerry Lewis.
Oh, it was so much fun. I called Jerry because I was going to write the book, Memories Are Made of This, Dean Martin Through His Daughter's Eyes. So I called him and I said, so Jerry, I'd like to come visit with you and take some notes and, find out what it was really like, the parts that I didn't know about Martin and Lewis. And he said, absolutely, come to San Diego. I'm on my boat, his yacht, the Samantha, we named after his wife. And so John and I we're on the dock, and we're just getting there. And we told him that we would be there at whatever, hour. And all of a sudden I see him walking down the dock. He's going, lady! So, oh my gosh, it's Uncle Jerry. And so he came over, he put his hands on either side of my cheek, and he said, I see my partner. Oh, and his tears were coming down. Unbelievable. So we went in and we sat down and we talked for hours and hours. And then he played time after time because he liked to do things for his wife, for Sam. Every week he wanted to do something special. So Vinnie Falcone, who was my musical director, and he was with Frank Sinatra for years, he played time after time. And Jerry sang to it. And as he was playing the recording, I started singing and harmonizing with him. And he went, wait a minute, stop. He said, next week we're going to do the telethon, the MDA telethon. I want you to come on the telethon, and we'll be Martin and Lewis together again. I said, okay, and we'll sing that song. So he was so excited. And then we went in and recorded it. It was really quite something, because he said, well, I don't know how to harmonize it or anything like that. I said, you just sing it your way. I'll go all around you. It's just going to be absolutely fine. He said, okay. And it turned out, it's just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Wow, that is such a beautiful story.
I know. I know. And so we did the Tony song together. And was Tony Orlando there? Well, Tony was, like vice president or something at that time. But we did it, and Jerry pulled out these gorgeous pictures, fabulous pictures from Martin and Lewis. And that was just gorgeous. And Jerry was crazy as usual. It's all, but he raised so much money.
Yeah, I have a couple of plaques hanging in here because we did it at Dad's Theater.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we had it like they'd come into Branson and we'd be at Dad's Theater, and I put it all together, and for 2 years I did that. I got all the artists and I got all the catering backstage for everybody, serving. It was so much fun. It was so much fun.
Because Tony and I I've got some plaques downstairs. Tony and I did it a few years in Springfield.
Okay.
And, so we would do it. So I got plaques from how much we raised this first year, the second year, the third year. And, so that was great. And I'm so sorry that Jerry, that they ended up, he didn't do it anymore.
I know. It was very sad.
It was very, very sad. And, so, gosh, because he put everything into it.
Of course he did. Oh, my gosh, absolutely. Now, your husband produced that album, right?
Yes, he produces the albums, and
that hit the iTunes top 10, and it was like all through 2006 and 2007.
It was amazing. This, Memories Are Made of This, and that's Time After Time. Beautiful, beautiful. So John did a great job, and we always do. We always put in pictures and everything. Nowadays, what are they just streaming live? And
right, I know.
I've got big vinyl. I've got vinyl, and my latest one is Swing Street. That Patrick Williams was the conductor,
which I think we're going to talk about. But first, we have to go into Capitol Records.
Oh yes.
And you went in and recorded Volare, right?
Yes. And you know what? What's fabulous is that when Dad recorded Memories Are Made of This, I was there. I went in with my mom and with Jeannie and
Studio A.
In Studio A, walking down that hallway with all the photographs of everybody. So it's Nat King Cole, Judy Garland, Bobby Darin, you name it, everybody there. And so I sat on a chair. And the whole orchestra was there, and Dad's singing Memories Are Made of This. They had 3 backup singers. They were called the Easy Riders. They're all going, sweet, sweet, the memories you gave me. And I sat there, and I heard, and I'm trying to think who produced that. Because he, over the loudspeaker, he said, Dean, I think we have a hit. That's it. We're good. And it was his first #1 hit. So I was there.
How old were you then?
9 or 10. Because it was in the same kind of time when we had just gone to, live with my dad. Mm-hmm. And then Jeannie brought me down there, and it was so cute. She put her arm around me. She said, everything's going to be fine. And, the next year we went to the Sands Hotel, the Copa Room, and I saw Dean, Frank, and Sammy up there together. It was, mind-boggling just to see how relaxed and fabulous Dad was with the audience. It was like, that line where he said, how are you getting my living room? And it was just like that. So I learned from, as I say, the very best. But singing Time After Time with Jerry was remarkable. And through all the years, even the split, for those 25 years where they didn't see each other, I remained friends with him. And of course, we'd always watch the telephone. Right. That somebody would do. And it would go for like 24 hours. They'd start out with the bow ties and the tuxedos. And then by the next morning, you'd see the ties are off and they're like this. And the tote board is up there. $10 billion or whatever, Exactly. And so I always watched that. I remember in 76, it might have been, I was living in New York. And of course, I have on the telephone. And I see Frank Sinatra say to Jerry, I have a friend here who loves what you do for these kids. And then out walked my dad. And I could tell the way he walked from miles away. And I said, oh my God, he's actually there. It was unbelievable. So that was the reunion after so many years. Just remarkable.
Wow.
And nobody knew.
Chemistry back then, I mean, of all of them.
Yeah.
You know, and even the Vegas days is just so different than.
Oh, it's so different. Yeah.
I mean, those were the days when you know, it seems like every time they say those were the days. No, those were the days.
Those were the days, and the women looked beautiful, you know, and they wore dresses, and, you know, it wasn't just, you know, baseball caps and, you know, T-shirts, you know, going around. You would go into the casinos, and everybody looked fabulous.
Dressed to the nines, yeah.
Dressed to the nines, yeah. And so it's good.
I know. So when you recorded Verlari in 2009, that debuted at number 7.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you've done yours.
And also on the jazz album chart.
Yes.
I know that. I mean, and iTunes top 10 again. You know.
Again. You know what's? You know, we did the Volare CD launch party at Capitol, and everybody was there. It was great, and we did it 09 at 9 o'clock. So it was like,
oh my gosh, wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Volare. And so Capitol. There's the mic. I mean, it was just fantastic to be there and to have
wow.
Well, I know you have all these things. You with your dad and singing and.
Well, you know, I mean, I was blessed enough to be on the road with them for 25 years. So
yeah, that's so fantastic.
Memories that are just simple things like walking through Walmart, trying to keep them away from the as seen on TV section, you know, stuff like that. That was Dad. Huh? You know.
You know, I interviewed him on our radio show. John and I had a radio show, and we called him, and he was great. You know, we talked about the old days, and this was about 5 years ago. Was it?
He's been gone. It'll be 3 this next month. Yeah.
So it might have been about 5, 6. Gosh, you know, the time goes like that. I mean, I mean, we've already been here 15 years.
I know.
And he was just great, and you know, remembering old times, and you know, of course, he loved Dad.
Right.
Yeah. So it was very, very nice. So when I heard that you had your radio, your Zoom thing, I said, "Oh my God, we got to do it."
Well, for the first, I'm a flight attendant. I don't know if you knew that, and I have been for 34 years.
Oh.
And so all through the 25 years I traveled with Dad, I've also been flying, and so. Well, so I've been off since April because they haven't had enough flying for all of us because all of our airplanes are parked, you know?
Right.
And so for the first month, I sat with my hair in a ponytail, jogging clothes, no makeup, you know, and after a month, I'm like, okay, I'm done with this. I got to do something. So I thought, well, this would be fun. You know, nobody's doing anything right now. This would be the perfect opportunity to interview all these people that are just sitting around at home, not doing anything.
Exactly.
So I mean, just started off as a fun little project. When I first started at Deana, I was going to do second generation kids,
right?
You know, like Tammy Wynette and George Jones's daughter, and you know all the kids in Nashville. But then it's like, well, why don't you do so and so? Why don't you do so and so? So of course, Tony was my first person I called. Tony Orlando. He goes, "Honey, I'd do anything for you." You know, and then from there it just snowballed, and now you're probably like my 22nd person that I've.
Unbelievable! That is so great.
So I've got a whole year of show right now for the rest of the year because I only put them up every Saturday, so they come once a week. So that I'm all the way through November now at this point.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah. So, but it's fun. Yeah. So
during my Facebook Live things, it's fun. And it's a lot of hard work. You know, it's like putting together a show.
Right. And that's every Friday that you do it?
Friday. Yeah, every Friday. In fact, I'm looking at, this will be my 16th.
Okay.
My 16th. And, well,
I have to be there on Friday because if you're going to do.
And you know, you can see the other ones, it's on my Facebook page, so you can see them. But, you know, to find out that there's 200,000 people who are viewing it.
Right.
All over the world.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Mozambique.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, it's really crazy, but it's so nice to get back to people because they're all stuck at home sitting there. A lot of people just can't get out. I said, well, why not just entertain them?
Right.
And it's been great. But it is.
Mine are on YouTube, so I don't do it on Facebook Live because I don't know if I'd be any good at live. I'd like to be able to edit, better edit it, you know. Yeah. So tell me about the album you did with Andy, or actually you did White Christmas, right?
Yes.
Was that in 2011? Oh wow, I love that. Wow, love that.
And so, in fact, this picture, if you can see it, it's all of us. That's when we did the Martin and Sinatra Christmas show.
Okay.
With all of us together, you know, it's Frank and Tina and Nancy and Dino and Craig and everybody. And then where's my picture with Andy?
That's so fun. I loved being there. It was so much fun.
It's so much fun, and I'm trying crazy.
After shows, we'd go to Debbie and Andy's and sit around and visit. My kids got to go there. Yakov was there one night. I mean, yeah, we just, you know.
So much fun.
And Dad and Andy truly loved each other. They truly loved each other. They just were kindred spirits. And, yeah.
What great guys they were. And just the top, I mean, they could sing. They could do it all.
Right.
They were just.
Now, you've done something that I want to do, but you've done a duet with your dad.
Yes, I did. And a beautiful True Love.
Can I see that anywhere?
Yeah, let me see. So it's on the Destination Moon album.
Okay.
Which is really beautiful, beautiful album. And
oh, that's wonderful.
Destination Moon. So we, the engineer was Al Schmidt. And Al Schmidt was the engineer at Capitol who did Natalie Cole and Nat King Cole's Unforgettable.
Right.
And, so I knew it was going to be perfect. But sitting there with the headphones, because John found the original Nelson Riddle arrangement that he had done for Dad, the Cole Porter.
Right.
Of course. And so I had that chart, and we went in and we re-recorded it with, fabulous musicians. And they were able to put Dad's voice onto it. Right? Al was able to do that. So I had on the headset and I'm at Capitol, and I'm looking up at all these, pictures. We were just in this room. There's Nat King Cole's piano right there. Oh my gosh. So I'm singing. I couldn't get through it the first couple times because it was just so emotional. And then I was able to sing it, and then I went into the booth after, and Al Schmidt played it for me, and I cried. I mean, it was just remarkable. Then John put together a video for it, so when I do it live.
Right.
And so the video is, I can't even.
That is awesome. That's
can't even
awesome.
look at the video because it's just beautiful.
I would love to be able to do something like that. Now that's not on Swing Street. That's on what album?
That's on Destination Moon.
Okay.
Destination Moon. And it's really good. But the whole album is great.
Right.
I mean, yes, Charlie Colello did a lot of the arrangements, and he conducted, and John produced. But it's really quite a beautiful, beautiful album.
Mm-hmm. Now, is Swing Street one of your more recent albums?
Yes, it is. That's the more recent one. Cute Swing Street. This is the one I do Tennessee Whiskey on.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Really good. It's really
right.
Good. And so that was at Capitol with Patrick Williams and his A-team. And to have all those musicians, to have the same musicians, some of them that my dad had, and Patrick Williams. Now, Patrick, he did everything. He passed away last year. He was the one who recorded, and I have the arrangement downstairs, my dad's version of Baby It's Cold Outside.
Oh.
So I have it. So he was the one who did that. And so every year when all the controversy starts,
oh my God,
he calls me, oh my God. But Patrick Williams was the conductor, and I have all of Dad's music now.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. So that all of his arrangements. And
I saw. When was it? Was it last year, or were you on the Today Show or ABC or something? I saw you
Oh, do it. Oh, yeah. I sang Baby It's Cold Outside.
Yeah.
With
And
Joe
who were you
Piscopo.
with?
Joe Piscopo.
Right.
He's so
Yeah, I saw that. That was awesome.
Oh, he's so funny. And, so it's good. But it happens every year, it seems. And,
Right.
You can't change the words to Baby It's Cold Outside.
Exactly. And then now you've written your memoir.
Yes, I have.
That's awesome. Memories are made of this. Dean
Memories
Martin through his daughter's eyes. Oh, I love that. Look at that picture. That's awesome.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. And
it's funny when you held it up. It kind of looks like just until you like. Does it kind of look like Robert Mitchum to you a little bit?
A little bit, but it looks like Matt Helm. The movie's Matt Helm, but it does. But that's and the pictures in here, but the story is unbelievable.
And I heard that Bonnie Hunt's writing it.
Bonnie Hunt is for the movie
writing the screenplay.
Yeah, she's so funny.
Yeah,
and I just don't know who could play Dean Martin.
Right.
There's no one that cool, that funny. He was so amazing. He could do anything. He could sing, he could dance, he could
right.
Hysterical. He was a great golfer. He just wanted to, he said.
I know that's one thing Dad and him shared a love of.
Yeah.
It's funny. You know what I ordered? I went on Time Life, I think it was, and I ordered all the Dean Martin shows till I could find the one that Dad was on.
Oh, good.
And then I went through all the midnight special, so I could get the ones that, So.
Oh my God, it's great. And just, we'll put them in. We watch them. It's something nice to watch. But when I think about, Foster Brooks, when I'm watching Foster Brooks.
Oh, was he hysterical? Oh my God, that man.
He
opened for Dad quite a bit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Funny man. Yeah.
Funny man.
Oh my God.
And,
so Jennifer Love Hewitt, is that who's slated to play you?
Yes, but now, because we're not, it was funny. I was playing at Michael Feinstein's in New York.
Right, yeah.
The corner on...
I've been there, yeah.
Yeah. And I was born across the street from there. That's
oh my gosh.
Born, there's a high-rise there. And I was doing my show one night, and it was my birthday. And Jennifer was in the audience with her mother. And I had mentioned, that we were making the book into a movie, and
right.
that I'd love for Jennifer Love Hewitt to play me, because she was just like perfect. And someone came running up to me. They said, "She's here." So what do you mean she's here? They said, "She's in the audience." And I said, "This is very strange that I would say that, I want Jennifer Love Hewitt to
right, and then all of a sudden here she is, right.
It was kind of, I just got chills. It's little
yes.
And of course, this was a few years ago, because we're still trying to figure out who could be Dean. And, so we'll see. But Bonnie Hunt is an amazing writer and an incredible human being. She's fabulous.
She's the one that played that movie with, come on.
Okay.
The kids. Wait, what? Steve Martin, didn't she? She was the mom.
Oh yeah, she was the mom.
Yeah.
By the dozen or something like that.
Right.
And she could return to me. She wrote "Return to Me," which was so great. And she's just a fabulous entertainer. And wasn't she in the one with Tom Cruise?
Trying to think what movie that would be.
Yeah.
Could have been. I don't know. I want to know about your dancing with Jeff Bridges.
Oh my God, that was so much fun. We did.
I'm jealous. Oh my gosh,
yeah.
I love him. I absolutely love him.
We were like the couple to try and beat. And we could. It was Paul Hindbreed's Cotillion, and we did it at the Beverly Wilshire Hotel up in the mezzanine floor. And
right.
For some reason, we just got it. We could do the Viennese waltz. We could do the cha-cha, the tango, you name it. We won all the awards.
That's great.
Yeah, and he was so nice. And sometimes we would go over to his house, to Lloyd Bridges and Bose, and we would rehearse there. Because we were rehearsal freaks, and we wanted to make sure we had it just right. And that was really a lot of fun.
I bet that was fun. And then
you fly, but, I'm a pilot.
I know that. I know. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you have your own plane right now?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, you fly out of College of the Ozarks?
We did, but now it's having its annual. Oh. It's having its annual physical.
Right, and, right. What do they call that? Their PC check, or I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something. But this is it.
That is so cool. I mean, what don't you do, Deana, for crying out loud? That's awesome. Wait. I want to hear about how long did you date Davey Jones?
Oh my gosh, a long time. But you know what?
You dated a long time?
Well, it wasn't that long because I found out that he was probably married. But no.
Ah!
No, it was all for publicity. But we had so much fun together. It was, because we're the same size, and he had the same sense of humor as my dad. And when I did the monkey show, and we hit it off, and I really, really liked him. He was a doll.
How tall was your dad?
6 feet.
Because they usually say girls take after the dad's side. Was your dad's mom short?
No, you know what? She was pretty tall.
Huh.
I'm the smallest one. My sister Claudia was 5'8", Dale 5'4". My mom was small. The dad, 6 feet, and.
So you weren't really dating Davey Jones. It was just more for publicity, or you?
Oh, I was dating. For me, of course, and he had loved me. We adored each other. We had so much fun, and I was dating him. And he was the it guy right then. But there was something about him. He could sing, he could dance. He was funny, and the same sense of humor as my dad. Loved horses, so they would always talk. I remember one time he came over to the house. And of course, it was bell bottoms, right? And
right.
And his little boots. And we went outside to play football because we would all play football because there were so many kids in the family.
Right.
And he took off his boots and his pants. Well, the poor thing, he had to roll up his pants because they were so long. But we played football together. We had so much fun. And what a great guy he was. And the last time that I saw him, it was in Chicago at the Arcada Theater. And I surprised him because we had done, the monkey show, and it was just really a lot of fun.
Right.
Some Like It Lukewarm, I think was the name of it. And so the person who owns the Arcada called me and said, "I'd like you to surprise Davey because he's doing his show, and I would love for you to come in and just surprise him." I said, "All right." So what they did is they had a big screen that was up on the stage. Because they would show clips and things from whatever we had been doing, of course, as everybody was doing that, of course. And so they put up the clip where we're in this restaurant, it's where the stars are clicking, when we see each other. And then they played Everybody Loves Somebody, so I came out and sang Everybody Loves Somebody as the screen went up. And Davey had no idea because he was just looking because everybody's saying, "Hey, okay." So I came out singing Everybody Loves Somebody to Davey, and he was just shocked. It was amazing. And then he sang Secret Love to me.
Oh my goodness.
Secret Love. So that was the last time. Then we all went out to dinner after. It was really fun. But so now when I would go to do his memorial, the daughters would call me and we would go and we'd have.
Oh, that's so nice. Wow.
And I would sing for him. And so I would sing Secret Love.
Right.
For him because that's the last song we did. And, but he was just a fabulous, fabulous guy. And what an entertainer.
I don't think I ever met him. I met Mickey because Mickey's daughter hung around with, in L.A. up there, Amy. But did your dad ever play in Dad's golf tournament? I don't know.
I think he did.
I would imagine he would have.
I'm pretty sure he did. I'll have to go check all my stuff.
All your archives?
Oh yeah, boy, I have.
I bet you do. Oh my God.
Everything. And in fact, someone just sent me the Dean Martin Tucson. We had a Dean Martin Celebrity Tucson tournament, and people were sending me things from there.
Right. Isn't it amazing what fans have?
Yes, they have everything.
I know. It's like, well, why don't I have all this stuff? What do you? We were too busy being kids. They're out collecting everything,
Exactly. I have one friend, Jimmy Monaco, who has everything that, Dean Martin. He even has the puppets. He has every poster. He has, he's just unbelievable. He sent me the shot glass from Rio Bravo that my dad poured. He has everything.
My gosh.
He has everything. And he said, how weird was I? He said, everybody's out playing football, and I'm cutting out pictures of Dean Martin and his family and putting them.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he said, I'm a nut.
Yeah, Dad's got a couple of fans like that. In fact, one of them found the Rhinestone cowboy outfit because when Dad was done with it, he gave it back to Nudie. He said, I don't need this. I'm done. So he gave it back to Nudie. Well, it ended up in the Tom Nix collection. And so a Tom Nix collector called her and said, I hear that you're looking for, and this was 27 years, Deana, in the making. 27 years, she walked into every thrift shop and everywhere that she went. And he calls me, he says, I hear you're looking for the Rhinestone cowboy outfit. She goes, well, I am. Why? He goes, well, I have it. It got mixed up in the Tom Nix collection because I guess when Nudie made it, he made it as a replica from the Tom Nix, So she goes, okay, well, that's great. He goes, well, there's actually 5 other people that want it. She goes, okay. So then he calls her back like a week later and says, okay, I've decided I'm going to let you get, if you want the Rhinestone cowboy outfit, I'm going to let you have it. And she said, well, why me and not the other people? And she goes, because you're the only one that didn't ask what size it was, because they obviously wanted to buy it to wear it. And she goes, well, I didn't have to ask what size it was. I know everything about Glen Campbell. I know what his shoe ring size is, but she found it. And so I actually have it at home here because I take it with me sometimes to put up on stage.
Sure.
For special moments. We're trying to raise money to get a bronze statue of Dad at the cemetery where he's born. And so maybe people see the Rhinestone cowboy outfit and they'll feel like they want to give a donation or something,
That's good idea.
But I don't like people touch it or anything, but but she has everything that Dad, everything. One time she sent me a silver bar, like from the mint, and it's got Dad's face engraved on it. And I'm like, I never knew there was such a thing, or curtains or whatever with, it's just crazy. Those fans have everything.
They have everything.
Yes, they do. Yeah. Now, did your dad have a golf tournament himself?
Yeah. He had
you said he had the Tucson one, but was that like just a yearly thing or?
because I had just found out about that.
Okay.
Because I have this fabulous fan, Frank Suchek, whose father was Mike Suchek, who won he's the tournament. He's won 15 years PGA. I don't know why I was going to say LPGA, but it's not.
Right.
But he's a good friend of my dad. But he has the putter, and he gives me a lot of things. He comes to my shows, and then he always bring things, and he's got a stack of pictures. And books.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and so I, after standing in line, and so I have my dad's putter, and I have also all these photographs and things. But he just sent me all of the little tchotchkes from the Dean Martin Tucson.
Okay, so that was like a yearly thing. It must have been maybe.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And I think the tickets, and he gave me a ticket to get in, and it was $6. I think it was $6 to go to the tournament.
Yeah, I've had people send me glasses from the tournament and programs, and of course Dad had the whiskey decanter.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
So of course I try to get one every time so that all my kids will have one, of course.
Of course.
And then the grandkids, so and you don't like to see your parents' stuff out there in the world that nobody wants, so we want them, right?
That's exactly right. And so they're, and we're getting it, and we have.
And then we become hoarders.
Forget about it. Oh yeah, we are.
Yes.
And
but it's our parents, so why not?
Our parents, and so I've got all the gold and albums, everywhere, all over down in my studio. And, and all the awards. In fact, I have a beautiful silver. It's silver. It's a cigarette case.
Okay.
From Reagan's inauguration.
Wow.
And it was the invitation, and Frank Sinatra had them made, and so it's
my goodness.
And the whole thing, with the seal, and you name it, and it's sitting there. So where did I get that?
That is so neat. That is incredible. Yeah.
Wasn't
he a great president? He was such a great president.
Oh, he was great. He was great, and he was a friend. And Dad was adored him. And when he came to the show, he said, "Wow, he's great."
Yeah. So you play Vegas a lot, right?
Yeah, I do.
Where do you usually play when you're in Vegas?
It's either the Suncoast, The South Point.
South Point.
The South Point or the Smith Center. There's a fabulous. Is it Myron's? It's the jazz. It's a jazzy bistro kind of thing. There's a very, very nice stage, and the sound is excellent. So it's right there. It's downtown at the.
What's it called?
The Smith Center.
The Smith Center.
The Smith Center is the Performing Arts Center there.
Okay.
And across from it is the smaller venue. It's more of a jazz thing, which is absolutely perfect. It's great, and they sit all around. But it's called the Smith Center, and it's really, really good. And I think they call it Myron's Cabaret or something like that.
I like cabarets.
So do I.
I like intimate. Have you ever done the cabaret at the Mohegan Sun?
Did I? No, I have not done that one.
That's a great one. You should check that out. It's awesome.
Have you done Herb Alpert's Vibrato in LA?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fabulous. And that was the last show we were doing.
Okay.
In fact, we were supposed to leave on Monday to fly in, and they said, we're going to stay open. I said, are you sure? Then Herb called, because we were going to get on the plane the next day. This was on March 18th. And he said, well, no, don't come. We're going to close down.
Right.
I said, oh, all right. And we had 2 sold-out shows. And so I sent, so I said, well, what am I going to do? Because everybody had been calling us for 2 weeks. Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? We said, yes, we're going to do it. They're going to stay open. So that was great. Then, of course, they canceled it the night before.
Yeah.
So we sent emails to everybody. And I said to my assistant, Verlari, I said, what are we going to do? She said, why don't you do a Facebook Live show for it?
Nice.
I said, what's Facebook Live?
Right, exactly.
She says, you have your music, you can get Rick to play something. So we went down and we did the Facebook Live show.
And do you sing on it? Do you sing on it? Oh, yeah, you do, because you're singing Gentle on My Mind, yeah.
Yes. So it's scary. It scares me to death because it's live. So if I, mess up, that's it. Not like.
Are you using tracks?
I have my TV tracks.
Okay.
From the album. So whenever I do an album, I have all the music, and then just minus my voice. Because I do a TV show, they just do that. But I've been having so many requests now for different songs.
Right.
That, I'll figure out, okay, send me the pillow you dream on. Right. So I'll call Rick, my musical director. I'll say, I want to do Send Me the Pillow You Dream On. They'll say, okay, what are we doing? And I say, send me the pillow that you dream on. They say, okay, we're going to do it in A flat. And he'll do it on the piano, send it to me. And I go, it's not quite right. And I'll say, oh, no, this is perfect. And I send it back, and he puts in background vocals.
Wow.
And then he sends it back. So, it's a lot of work.
Yes. A lot of emailing back and forth. That's
a lot of emailing. Yeah. And then he says, I think you should have a sax right in this place. So he sends it to Ed Mena in Tennessee. And so he'll put the sax on it. So it's a whole big deal. It's a huge undertaking for this little, it's not even an hour show.
Right.
Try and keep it under,
Right. I'll have to send a note out to all Dad's fans tomorrow. You're doing Gentle on My Mind.
I'm doing Gentle
at 3:00 Central Time.
Yes.
Central Time, right? Yeah.
Central Time. Yeah. And it'll be the first time I'll be scared to death.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
And,
I love it.
Yeah. And Rick did a great job because I just heard it right before you. I was downstairs listening to what he sent me. It's the finished product. We will do that. And I'll dedicate it to you.
That's awesome. So what kind of music do you listen to? Do you listen to music when you're sitting around at home?
Not really. No, because I'm trying to learn new songs.
Right.
And, if I'm working. And for now, since we've been here, I've been doing this. It's been, I'm trying to get different songs. But who do you listen to? What do you...
I don't.
I don't. I don't. I'm listening to my music so that I try and remember the songs.
Right.
Shows.
Yeah. Lately, I haven't had a TV on, nothing, because I've been doing so much research that it's better if I hear nothing, then I can stay dedicated.
No, you're absolutely right. Yeah. And so, people will, send me 200,000 little emails, saying, please play, this and this.
I'm too nervous to do something like that, I think. I don't know.
It's scary.
Yeah.
It's very scary. And then someone the other day said, I don't think she's singing. I think she's just lip singing. And so tomorrow, I mean, on Friday, I'm going to say, do you think that I would be making these mistakes if I was just lip syncing?
Right.
Absolutely not, and forgetting words. But
in
so
my car, I listen to R&B.
Oh yeah, well that's cool. I mean that's So,
I grew up on, I grew up on the Shy Lights and the Stylistic and all that. Yeah, that soul music. So I don't know.
I love it. Yeah, John wants me to do some Sam Cooke.
Oh, nice. Okay. That would be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. And
do you like to sing slow songs more than anything? Criers?
I love criers. I do. I do. I just did "Break It to Me Gently." It was just beautiful. People tend to make more comments about the slower songs. The "Break It to Me Gently." I Can't Help Falling in Love with You.
Are they good comments?
Very good. They're
good.
Just
right. Well, probably because that's the kind of music you like to do. I mean, I know that's what I love to do. I'm a ballad girl, so if it comes, probably it's coming across more to them when we're doing it.
Yeah, and I don't know. There's just something great about a great, ballad and things like that. I love the up tempos.
Right.
I was shocked because I did the trolley song the other day, and people just flipped out for it. And I'm going clang, clang, clang with the, and they just loved it. And I'm going, that isn't even my music. I mean, it's on one of my albums, but that's a show tune. That's Judy Garland, and they loved it. So, which is like, okay. They say, I want country. Okay. So it's really fun. It's scary, and it keeps your mind going. So you should try singing.
Oh, well, I don't know. I got to go back to work on Sunday. I have to go back flying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, that's.
I know. So we'll see. But I'm going to keep this up as long as I can. And I'm so happy that you came on the show. Yeah. And now we have the best sound ever. And now it's over.
Yeah, I know. What the heck happened? We'll do it again. We'll do it again.
Yeah. And I'll see you when I come to Branson. That'll be cool. We'll all get together. Go to DVDs and
yeah.
They're the best. Well, thank you so much, honey. Gosh, and give everybody my love when you see it.
Okay, I will do that. Thank you.
All right, honey.
Love you.
Stay safe, Deana.
Okay, you too.
Can't wait to see you.
It's gonna be fun. Bye-bye.
Well, that's our show for today, everybody. Come back next week when we have another guest on the Debby Campbell Goodtime Show. Have a great day. Stay safe. Be kind. And wear your mask.
Time after time, I tell myself that I'm so lucky to be loving you.
So lucky to be the one you run to see in the evening when the day is through. I only know the passing years will show you've kept my love so young, so new, and time after time
you'll hear me say that I'm
so lucky to